Hey folks, early birds. Hi Forcecast Gaming. Hi Max Ali. We will start in roughly 10 minutes. Just initiated the direct stream to have some links. Hi Mugen. Hi Pick Confusion. Oh wow. So we can race with up to 16 players, or we can also fill up with spots. So if you want to join, just go to the official Wreckfest multiplayer server and go to inlead's server. They will also repeat this later when the stream officially starts. Hi, X Predator. So, how is everybody doing so far? A nice day, or a nice night, or a nice morning? Hey, Jeremy Baker, nice to see you. Working and lurking. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Exactly, Max Yelly. Wrecking time. So perhaps we can start with a little vote about the optics. I have basically only two optics available. I've prepared two. One is a bit more shiny, and this is a bit more wet. So if you like the shiny one, you can press 1 in the chat. And if you like this one, you can press 2. Hi, Sean. Yeah, I slept a couple of hours. Hi, and 7 Spectres. Okay, Maxielli wants to have the rect ones, 7 the 1, Sean the 2. Hey, Stadia Programming, nice to see you. Okay, so we have 3 for the rect one and 1 for the shiny optics. So again, if you want to race with the shiny optics, press 1. If you want this one, press 2. My preference is this one. Looks more like a matchbox when it was used after many hours of playing with it. 2.5. Oh boy. So this counts as a 2. Okay, it's 3 to 5 now. Hi, Nets. Hey, Scooterama. Oh, Scooterama gave me a good tip. I should add moderators. So, Scooterama. Welcome to the mod club. Hey, Mostly Martinez. Hey, the scientist. How are you? Hey, Ninja Guy. Ja, schönen guten Abend, Ninja. Au revoir. Nein, au revoir was something else. What is hello in French again? Okay, so we're going with a Recce run. So if you want to join, we are playing a Wreckfest with a pretty cool twist. Because in Wreckfest there are two maps that are homage to the old Carmageddon games from the 90s. And I also have unlocked the car, this one here. That's the original Carmageddon car. And we will play on these old retro style old retro style maps. So feel free to join. Mugen is there, Amun-Ra is there. And yeah, you can also join later on. In the meantime, we will just fill up with bots. That's the cool thing about this game. You can always add bots. Exactly, Gizmo. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe. So in general, I'm pretty new to all of this streaming. So if anything is too loud or you don't hear me or whatever, just tell me. And if I overread your comment, just tell me again, and perhaps I will see it then. Okay, that's okay. We have certified doctor. Welcome to the stream. A1 Wilsonian, welcome. Rudix, welcome. Oh wow, it's getting a lot of people are getting here. Another tip. The track, although it looks like it's the city, it's not. It's actually quite dirty. So if you want to tune, I would recommend to go for more of an open differential and perhaps more open brakes. But yeah, I'm not an expert here. Perhaps you should ask the tuning experts. But it's definitely not hard, solid ground. You will see this in a minute. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Scooterama. Hi, Stadia Pro Gaming. Welcome to the journey. Hey, Winster. Hey, Dry. Nice to see you. You need to go to the swimming pool. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. It's really, really hot here in Germany. Around 30 degrees. What's that in Fahrenheit? Roughly 90, I think. Okay, and it's 6 o'clock. The stream starts officially. We will fill up with bots for the first race, and then afterwards, when new people join, we can then choice. Whenever you're ready, set ready. Also, I don't set any restrictions on the car, so you can put all your super overpowered supercars here and show what you got. Hey, David Wilson. Oh man, look at this graphics. Isn't this amazing? This is so 90s. Oh boy. So my car's already only at 45% health. You can see this in the upper left. And if you're at 0, the race is basically over for you. So it's not only have the task to race fast, you also have the task to survive at all. Oh boy. So, how is everybody? Stadia 1000. How was your streaming day? How was the streaming night? Do you have a good time? Oh no. So somebody already missed the turn. I already exist. Wow, 32 people watching, that's amazing. I think this is one of my first live streams at all. I'm such humbled. Thank you so much everybody for coming for this amazing 1000 day of Stadia celebration. Hey Ray, nice to see you. Hey Bluzey, I hope you pronounced your name right. Hey Imran. Okay. So we survived the first lap. That's already something. 2 more to go. But I only have 35% left of my health. Yeah, it is. So, oh boy, the cool story about this game, about the original Carmageddon in the 90s, is that it was super brutal. You basically had to earn points by driving over humans and beers and stuff like this. And it was censored in many countries. The first part, the first game, and also the second, and also in Germany, it was officially forbidden. But of course, you know, back in the 90s, everyone knew someone who knew someone who knew someone, so everybody had the game. And then also they published a version where all the humans were replaced by robots and all the red was replaced by green. Oh boy, who's sitting there? Stadia Pro Gaming, of course. Of course. Oh man, now I have critical damage and only 17% left, let's see. So now my goal is only to survive the race. Yeah, exactly. They had to downgrade the graphics. Oh boy, 9% left. But of course, back in the days, to finish the story, back in the days it was very easy to recreate the original version. You just had to go into ini file or the bat file, and then you just exchange some parameters, and then you had the original version again. This is how we modded the games 25 years ago. Ooh, the burn, Ninja Guy. No killer queen back. Yeah, that was pretty stressful. I had to press a lot of buttons at the same time and very fast during our killer queen back journey. If you haven't seen it, check out Ryzek's awesome game over show. It was the kickoff event. Oh no, I'm dead. At least I survived 2 laps. Yeah, it was an awesome kickoff event yesterday evening for our American friends and early in the morning for Europe. And it was me versus Ninja Guy X kicking off some ridiculous questions. But yeah, kudos to Ryzek and Stadia Pro Gaming for the awesome show, the awesome preparation, putting all together. It was really. When I heard about the show, I said, "Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have some fun." And then I saw the production value, and then I got really nervous. So this is a bot. This is not so interesting to watch a bot. Who to watch? Certified Doctor. Let's watch him. So how are the standings? Ah, okay, I can also... Scooterama is also not looking so good. Only a couple of percentage have left. And he's out. Let's watch some racing cameras. Here we have Rodriguez coming along. And Boogeyman has taken the first place, Certified Doctor the second place. Congrats. Texas Hounds the third, A1 Wilsonian the fourth, and Uncle Sam Doc Hollywood 2 bots, fifth and sixth place. Awesome! This was our first race. 7 minutes in the stream. Thanks, Dragon. Yeah, it's direct streaming, so I cannot really influence the volume. So hopefully it will stabilize over the stream. Okay, so again, feel free to come into the lobby. It's in Leeds server. Perhaps you have to change to EU settings. I'm not quite sure about that. And then everybody is welcome. But we will change the map to Devil's Canyon. Again, 3 rounds, 1 second reset time, and AI on the middle level. Okay, is the sound level now better, Scooterama? Put the middle. Okay, feel free to join if you like. Yeah, your ping is over 100. That's because you're on the US server, I guess. Here in the EU, we have something like 4 and 5 and 10. So yeah, coming back to the censored games, actually quite funny because there are, even nowadays, there are some really old game that's still censored. And so officially it's forbidden to buy them, like Quake 1, for example. It's not allowed to buy it. And what else? I think even Doom 3, although it's from 2003 or 4, I think, even Doom 3 in the US version is censored. There was a special EU version made for Germany and other countries. Exactly, Quake was really cool. So for the Stadia 1000 hashtags, unfortunately, I don't have a bot, and I cannot multitask enough to write all your names down. However, we will also have a game giveaway, but we will do it a bit different. In the last part of the stream, I will ask you a question, and of course, it has to do with pro games. So perhaps you can get yourself familiar with the Stadia Pro Game Monitor in the meantime. It's a tool I created that visualize all available store games, and you can filter for different subscription times and so on. And in the second half, I will ask you a question that you can answer with the Stadia Pro Game Monitor, and whoever will answer this question first will be the winner. Yeah, I remember it too, Ninja Guy. In fact, when Doom 3 was released, I just built a new PC. Not only for this game, but also for this game. So back in the days, in the early 2000s, I was PC modder and tuner and overclocker, and I bought a new CPU and a new graphics card, and integrated some water cooling so that Doom 3 can run properly. Fun times. But also 80% of the time you are busy engineering on your PC, and then only 20% of the time you had time to play actually. boy, this map. What's going on? Damn it. Okay, I'm not in the last position. That's a win. And I still have 86% of my structural integrity. This game. Okay, my engine hood is gone, but who needs this, right? It's more cooling for the engine, right? Makes sense. Oh, I forgot to brake. Wow, 50 viewers, guys. You're so amazing. This is awesome. I mean, I have no idea about streaming tech and stuff like this. I just pressed some buttons and also with the help of a lot of cool friends was able to start the stream. Thanks a lot to all of you. But yeah, this is mind-blowing. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a brutal game. Luckily, it's not censored. So perhaps in between we can play one of the new maps to see the graphical difference, and then of course return to this wonderful, marvelous 90s graphics. Oh boy, look at my car. Okay, it's the last lap. I still have 54% of my structural integrity. That's good. And I'm in third. Wow, I'm in third position. Mugen is of course first. Really good racing gamer. Certified Doctor, second place. Amun-Ra is 7 seconds behind me. Congrats! Mugen. We have to brake a lot on these courses, almost like drifting. Whew, third place. I see this as an absolute win. So let's have a look. Who do we have here? Rodriguez, fight against the clock. You can do it. Watch out. Phipps, I think you have to brake here. And it's over. Congrats, Mugen, first place. Certified Doctor, Amun-Ra, fourth place. Marcus, fifth place. Phipps, seventh place, and so on. Awesome. So, what about one of the newer tracks to see the difference? Nochmal, exactly, Phipps. Again. So, I think I will tune this a bit. Let's see. Time for dinner now. Okay. Bye-bye, Amun-Ra. It was nice to have you on the server for a couple of races. Hi, Julius Gamer and Cloud Gaming. Nice to have you on the stream. What do the classes and numbers stand for? So the number is basically like a power meter. The higher the number, the better is your car. Then this is then divided into A, B, and C classes. I'm not quite exactly sure where the boundaries are, but you can see, for example, here you have some 100, 150, 140 classes that are type C, and then 170 is B, and I think somewhere around 250 or so, everything above is class R. So I could also set a filter so that only class C or class B cars are allowed. But all filters are removed, so everybody can use all the cars available. Oh boy. I think the race is almost over for me after the first 100 meters. I'm in the last place and my car's not looking like a car anymore. Gotcha. Okay, someone is driving with the bus. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I won't survive the first lap. No, the bus is coming. So another fun fact of this game is that... Oh, damn it. I'm out of it, of course. Okay, let's have a look. Mugen, let's watch a real pro gamer. Yeah, that's much better. Also, if you're always in the first place, nobody's really wrecking you, right? That's the secret. So another fun fact. 21 in lead 0, exactly. Another fun fact is that the frame rate of this game is dependent on the selected resolution. There are just a couple of games within Stadia that has this property. I think Far Cry Primal is another one. If you select your stream to be at 1080 resolution, it will give you a 60 frame per second stream or a 60 frame per second frame rate. But if you choose the 4K streaming, it will give you only, I think it's a 45 frames per second. This is really odd. It's really odd for me why developers don't program a real toggle in the settings somewhere, right? Where you can choose, okay, I want to have a quality mode or performance mode, but here you have to do your setting over the resolution. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Lo-Fi. Nice to have you on the stream. So, for those who want to join, just start Wreckfest. It's also a pro game, so if you're a pro subscriber, it's free for you, and you can just go to the multiplayer lobby and join the public server in lead 7633. You can also find the description under the video. So yeah, that's a difference between a pro gamer, completely no damage at all, and yeah, the rest. Let's have a look at the rest. Everything is damaged. Marcus is fighting along. Ninja Guy, hi Elite, when are you going to stream Zorro and the Forgotten City? Well, Zorro, it's not really my kind of game. And it's also, I think it has 0 achievements, so it has like 0 motivation for me to play it. But Forgotten City, I think I will wait for a sale. If it had a 60 FPS option, I would have bought it. But so, with only the 30 FPS, I will wait for a sale. Hi, Ryzek. Nice to have you here. Exactly, Aurelix. The fidelity is really crazy in this game. I'm really wondering how the devs came through the certification. Because especially on some city tracks, even in the performance mode, in the 1080 mode, the frame rate goes nuts. It goes really low. Another thing that drives me really crazy is that we're missing the latest patch for over 3 months now, which means we don't have the weekly racing events, which unfortunately means I cannot collect fame points to unlock new cars. This is really a bummer. So yeah, let's hope the developers will fix this in the foreseeable future. Okay, so this was a modern track. What do you like more, a modern track? You can press 1 in the chat, or let's go back to the old school tracks. You can then press 2. Modern track 1, old school tracks, old school Carmageddon tracks 2. Mugen, yeah, of course, Mugen wants to have the 1. Imran 2. You can also race in another direction. Okay, I see only 1-1. So let's go to Bleak City again, but reversed now. And yeah. Sure, Ryzek. If you want to play, feel free. Just go to Wreckfest, go to the multiplayer lobbies, public server, and join inlead 7633's server. Does somebody know if I have to remove the bots so that there's enough room? I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Ah, Ryzek, you're there with a lawnmower. Are you sure about that? I don't judge you. I think you playing the lawnmower and Wreckfest is the counterpart to me playing Killer Queen Black yesterday. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, hit ready whenever you are. Hi, Mamboch. Yeah, don't worry. Family first. Greetings to your kids. Bots are automatically trumped by humans. Ah, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the 90s. This is so amazing. And this game was released, and I got aware that there was a Carmageddon mod. I immediately grinded this game for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks non-stop just to get this card. I was such a fan of this game back in the days. And the other cool thing about this game is that Bugbear, the developer studios, they develop also Flat Out 1 and 2. These were also amazing games. So these were like the predecessors. like also like muscle car, scrap racing, and with really cool rock and metal music. This is really amazing. I really enjoyed this back in the days. Yes, I did play Burnout. Of course. So what I would like to see would be like Mugen is already first. What I like to see would be a mixture of a demolition racer. Oh no! Together with a kind of an open world or semi-open world approach. So like crashable cars within a Crew 2 setting or so. This would be really amazing. So that you really, for example, also have to manage resources to rebuild your car or something like this. That would be cool. So Assassin's Creed Carmageddon or so. Oh no! I'm in the wrong way. Burnout Paradise, I never heard of this. Oh boy. But I also saw, I think last week there was a THQ event where they presented some new games, and I think there was also like a sequel or so to this. I'm not quite sure. It looked quite arcadey with a lot of loopings and stuff like this. I mean, not that this is a real simulation here. Oh boy. The graphics. I think if you nowadays go back to the original game, it looks even worse. It's a really funny effect that in your mind, all these games back in the days, they were so realistic. But then if you return to them for the standards that we have nowadays, basically it looks really scrappy. So very often I avoid to look at... Oh! Gotcha, Mugen. But I think I destroyed more of me. So very often I avoid to look at old games so that I still have the imagination that it looked good. Okay, I think I lost oh boy. I lost the ability to drive at all. Hi, beautiful people. So the big question is, with this piece of junk that I have here, why am I still in the 5th place? What's going on? Is everybody lost? Okay, I have 3% left for more than one round. Yeah, Cruising USA, this was also back in the arcade days. I think I'm a bit too young to really remember arcade when it was really a trend. But of course, even nowadays, you find some arcades somewhere, right? Oh, Mugen again. Nice one. Another cool racing game I played a lot back in the days was Midtown Madness. Especially the second part. I think you could... they had the cities London and San Francisco. It was really cool. It also had kind of a semi-open world aspect, and I think it was one of the first games that I played in multiplayer over the internet and over the LAN. Yeah, Midtown Madness 2. And it had this awesome cop robbery mode where one of the party had to steal something like gold or so, I don't remember, and then the cops had to get him. This was so cool. This was so easy, right? One of the most easy aspects. One has to run, another one has to catch it. Why don't we have this more in modern games? Okay, it's over. I survived. That's something, and I'm even at 5th position. However, this worked out. Good job, everybody. Okay, so half an hour is over. We still have some games left. So to remind you again, in the next couple of minutes, I will ask you a question regarding Stadia Pro games. You can answer this question with the help of the Stadia Pro Game Monitor. You find the link in the description, and it has to do with variable subscription times. That's the hint. So perhaps you can experiment with the subscription time filter on the first page. So let's change the track. Devil's Canyon reverse. Oh, in Devil's Canyon there's no reverse option. Okay, good to know. Then we will do the original one. So, in case one of you will win the game, which game do you want to have? Perhaps everybody can write their game of choice in the chat to see what people want to play nowadays. Skull and Bones, yeah. I'm also looking forward to Skull and Bones. But I'm not quite sure. I mean, Assassin's Creed 4 was such a good game. I played it back in the days, and now I played it again on Stadia and completed it a couple of months ago. And I think I'm too much spoiled by this. I just want to have the ship part of Assassin's Creed, and I think it's not that. But yeah, let's see. Hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you. That's a pity. But it's also the Pro Game Monitors. Also, you can also check this out in the on the mobile. It's mobile optimized. This was actually a lot of work to make the mobile optimization. When I started out, I found another solution with variable layouts and dynamic scaling. This was hell. This was hell to maintain. This was hell on the performance, so nothing really worked. So I immediately scrapped everything, and then I recoded the mobile aspect from zero, basically. Yeah, but now it's basically you don't see it if you are whether you are on the mobile or on the desktop website. Oh, good luck with that, Amun. I mean, I have a failsafe. If nobody gets it, I have a failsafe. It's another question that has the same solution. Hi, Granites. In this case, it's not 42. Although that's a very good answer to everything. So I'm second and first is moving. That makes me kind of an unofficial first place, right? Another thing I wasn't too sure about was whether to turn the music on or off for the stream, because I know sometimes there are some copyright strikes, stuff like this. So yeah, if someone has an answer to this, especially for Wreckfest, feel free to write in the chat. For today, I just turn it off in any case. That's the idea, Stadia programming. That's why we chose the tracks, because they are almost impossible to survive. Oh boy, Granite. You streamed Wreckfest for an hour and got 7 hits. Okay, so I think then it was the right decision to let it out. You can stream with music if you don't make money out of your stream, okay? So I definitely don't make money off my stream. I mean, this would also something that I really wish Google would implement, that you basically had a stream connect to YouTube Music or so, right? That you had a little pop-up and you can just play your own playlist or audiobooks. This would be so cool. There's so many games, some driving games or some Zen games where you can just then say, okay, let's listen to an audiobook. It's all streamed, right? Everything's done in the data center. This would be such a cool feature for me. Okay, I got second behind our super racer, Mugen, with a power score of 364. That's amazing. Super Venom. So, and he was 6 seconds faster than me. That's amazing. Okay, let's do another race. And afterwards, we will start with the little quiz. Okay, Mugen first, me second, certified doctor, always in the high ranks. Third place, Ryzek, congrats. Grogu, A1 Wilsonian, Nuts, Marcus, Rodriguez, Bluzei, Zini, and Stadia Pro Gaming. That's amazing. Okay, let's do another race on a modern track. Let's go to Sandstone Raceway. That sounds good. A lot of dirt here. Yeah, exactly. Like in the GTA games. Yeah, this was so cool. Another cool thing would be if you could see the chat, or if you could hover it on your screen. So then it would be really easy to make a direct stream from each device. Because even now I have 2 monitors. I have one monitor with the stream, one monitor with the chat. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible for me to read the chat at the same time. So another question, because we're talking about music, what is the best soundtrack of any Stadia game? Or which is the other? Let me rephrase it. Which Stadia game has, in your mind, the best soundtrack? And for me, this is for sure Life is Strange, especially Life is Strange 1 and a bit of Before the Storm. This was such an amazing experience. So I stumbled about these games in the summer, and I just had them in my backlog, and it started out as, yeah, it's a bit of a high school drama and stuff like this. But then it got so intense, and I was so wrapped up in the story. I was really emotionally, how do you say this in English? Invested in these games. So this were really one of my highlights, and especially because of the music. This was so good. Dragon Quest, exactly. Dragon Quest was also amazing. Doom Eternal, yeah. Pedal to the metal. Cyberpunk, yeah, that has also an amazing soundtrack. Cyberpunk had a really nice world building aspect. You were really thrown into this dark dystopian future. It was really amazing, and it felt not so far away, right? A lot of things felt like, yeah, it could be really possible, like in 50 years. Elder Scrolls, oh yeah. So Elder Scrolls Online is the game that I don't want to start, because I know exactly if I ever start this game, I won't stop anytime soon. Back in the days, I played Skyrim like forever, and I also played Guild Wars 1 like forever, and after that I told myself, okay, I will never ever start an MMO again, because I'm just it's just too addictive for me, I think, or it's just I just want to see everything and do everything, and it's just too much for me then. So I rather decided to, complete games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Dragon Quest. Oh boy, oh no! Ah. Oh wow, he's dancing. Another game had a really nice soundtrack was Chronos Before the Ashes. This was really cool. The soundtrack always reminded me, it sounded very familiar to Game of Thrones, to one of the Winterfell soundtracks. I really liked this game because of the soundtrack. Yeah, exactly. But the good thing about Valhalla is, theoretically, it has an end, right? So theoretically, there's a point where you can have all achievements and do all the side quests and stuff like this. I mean, they're adding to this game, but I think in the end of the year, there will be the last DLC. So in MMO, per definition, never has an end, right? It's always going on. Okay, one last round, and after this race we will start our little game giveaway quiz. Another important thing, you have to be on Twitter, so when you win the quiz, you have to make a screenshot of the chat and send it to me on Twitter, and that's the way I can verify and note your contact information. So the idea is, after this race, I will ask you a question. It has to do something with Stadia programs and certain amount of Stadia programs from a certain subscription time. And the one who answers the question first will win the quiz. That's my cheap way of making a raffle. Sorry. Yeah. Whew. Fourth, at least something. Mugen, as always. This guy's a beast. First place. Grogu second, Marcus third. Congrats, Certified Doctor, Barclay, Zini. Some are still driving. Oh boy, this looks awesome, this car. It has an X. Ryzek, congrats. This is an awesome looking car. Lucy just made it in time. Okay, awesome. So everybody's ready for the giveaway / quiz. So here's the question. Let me open my notepad. So nowadays, if you've been a subscriber, a pro subscriber from the beginning, you have access to 164 pro games. But how, if you had subscribed to Stadia Pro only since the beginning of this year, so since January 2022, how many pro games could you have claimed until today? So you've subscribed for the last 8 months and you claimed every game. How many pro games would that be? And the first one who writes the correct number in the chat will win the quiz. 56 is wrong, 38 is wrong, 56 is wrong. Again, it's not the amount of games that have been released this year. It's the amount of games that can be claimed. And it's 86. Imran, congratulations. We have a winner. Only you beat 7 only by some seconds. So yeah, it's 86 pro games. It's a bit over 50% of all pro games if you've just subscribed for the last 8 months. This is pretty amazing, right? It's a pretty cool non-linear build up that even if you subscribe now, you can get 52 pro games. And if you subscribe for a couple of more months, you'll get a lot of pro games already. And if you keep your subscription, they never leave your library. That's a cool thing. So Imran, please send me a screenshot of the chat on Twitter. You can find my Twitter link in the description of the video, or it's in En7EAD, so En7EAD. And then I can confirm your win to the stated dosage folks. And yeah, sorry 7, only 7th place. Sorry Barclay, but you also had the correct answers. Funny enough, so let's start another race here before I forget it. Rosenheim Raceway, that sounds good. Let's do some solid ground racing. So my backup question, which coincidentally has the same answer, was how many days until Skull and Bones will be launched on Stadia, including today. And this is also 86 by coincidence. So I think we have time for 2 more races. So we will do one race on this track, and then the final race on one of the old school Carmageddon tracks, of course. And then after me, let's check the schedule. After me, there will be the wonderful one only MM2K. And then later on, we will have Stadia FR, our French friends. And then at 3 p.m. or 9 o'clock in the evening here in Germany, we will have our Cloud Play special episode. So you will see me and beautiful people and Scooterama and Amun-Ra again for some... What are we playing? I think it's Animal Royale, Super Animal Royale, right? So yeah, if you have any questions about me or about the Stadia program, feel free to ask either in the last 10 minutes of today's stream, or feel free to contact me on Twitter or on Discord. You can also join our Cloudplay Discord. It's a mainly German Discord, but we have some international chat rooms here. where we discuss everything concerning cloud gaming. So not only Stadia, but basically all kinds of cloud gaming. Oh boy. Everybody is always welcome. You find the links in the description. Oh man, this is some tough racing. Ogu! Question for inlead. When will the aliens come finally? Oh boy. Do you want to have the long or the short answer? So the short answer is probably never. And the long answer, I think we could book another hour of stream to discuss this. Pretty interesting. For all the other guys. So I used to be a scientist. I used to work in astronomy, and yeah, there's some pretty cool theories why we haven't been contacted yet by aliens. Because on the one hand, it's called the Fermi paradoxon for those who are interested. On the one hand, if you make some very conservative estimates about the number of life in our galaxy, you know, where you see how many stars do we have, how many stars are stable, how many stars have planets, how many of the planets are in a habitable zone and stuff like this. And there are a couple of factors. If you set all these factors to super conservative levels, to super pessimistic levels, you end up still with an unbelievable large amount of life in the universe and in our galaxy, like millions of planets. But on the other side, you know, no one really showed up. So that's called the Fermi paradox, and there are some really cool ideas why this is. One of the major hypotheses is that most of the life is like, you know, not really self-aware, like dinosaurs or plants, and we are just surrounded by plant. Oh, I'm in the wrong way. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then, of course, there are the, you know, the tinfoil hat theories. Yeah, we already visited and stuff like this, but yeah. There's a pretty good principle. It's called Occam's razor that says, well, whenever there are multiple explanations for a certain observation, usually the one with the least amount of conditions is the preferred one. And the perfect example for this is the flat Earth theory, because I mean, flat Earth is nonsense, but some of these guys really, they take this to the next level and they create absurdly metrics and absurdly constructs to make this possible. And as a scientist, you can say, yeah, if you have a super complicated gravitational law and super complicated metrics and super complicated everything, it can theoretically work. But such a universe would be so much more complicated that it's much more preferable to have just this simple law of gravity. It's just one simple law and everything works. So this is a very good example of Occam's razor. And you can also apply this to why nobody has contacted us yet. And yeah, the most probable answer because the universe is just too large and it's just too rare to have self-aware life. Okay, but let's go back to Wreckfest wrecking before we come to existential discussions here. Bleak City. Last round. We have like 5 minutes left. That's perfect. Wasted space if it's all empty. Yeah. It's a question what's wasted, right? Okay, any other questions? I would really like to know what the pro games for September are. Any guesses? Science questions and how many universes they hate Stadia. Well, at least one. It's a mathematical correct answer. What's your favorite Stadia game? Oh, that's a tough question. That's really tough. Do you know High Fidelity, the book? One of my favorite books by Nick Hornby. It's about a music nut. He has a record store, and he goes out. He dates some woman, and one of the women asks him, "Hey, what's your favorite song?" And then he goes into an inner monologue about, okay, how should I answer this? Or what kind of aspect do you expect them from me? How can I classify? How can I rate? How can I sort them? And that's kind of what's going on with me. I mean, how can you rate and sort games, right? There are so many different games. What's your favorite one? So perhaps one of the favorite ones that I completed this year was definitely Life is Strange. That really got me thinking a lot, and I really had some kind of. I read this that there's an official definition of life is strange stress syndrome, post-traumatic life is strange stress syndrome, because you're kind of getting depressed a bit, and I definitely had this. This was really an awesome game. It's really dug deep. And from the more action-oriented game, I really like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I mean, it's kind of really, it's a perfect mixture for me of history and some RPG elements and these open world aspects. I really like this. And racing, it's definitely Wreckfest. I mean, yeah, I grew up with Carmageddon and Flat Out and Burnout and stuff like this. So this is like really, whenever I play Wreckfest, it's like my childhood. I really love this game. Oh boy. Why am I in the wrong place? Don't drive and chat. Okay, so we have like 2 more minutes, so I think I will post the link to MM2K so that you guys can directly hop to the next stream. Let me see. Should be that one. Yeah. So here's the link to the next Stadia 1000 stream. Oh man, I definitely cannot read the chat and break at the same time. Ah, thanks, Ninja Guy. It was so much fun for me. Again, I don't stream very often. I'm more of a single-player gamer nowadays, but this was so much fun. So thank you all for coming here. It was such a great time. Thank you all for playing these old-school 90s games. And yeah, all of you, have a nice day. Enjoy your time, enjoy Stadia 1000, enjoy whatever you do and whatever you play, wherever you play it. And congrats to Imran again for winning a Stadia game of his choice. It was really fast, so I think he really he knew before how to use the Stadia Program Manager. Congrats. And for everybody else who didn't win, there are still a lot of streams left, so don't lose hope. Yeah, exactly, the Drama. There was never a break. This was also really surprising for me. I also, professionally, I work into cloud computing, and very often there are a lot of downtimes, like 1%, 2%, 3% of the time services are just down, but for Stadia it's basically never. This is really amazing. Okay, so now it's already over the hour, so feel free to go to the next stream. We will just continue to finish the race if I survive it. Otherwise, have a nice day. So glad you came here. Our little funny scrap racing game. And whenever you have questions, whenever you want to see a feature in a Stadia or Program Monitor, or have another cool idea for a community event, just contact me or contact the Cloudgaming team. We're always open for ideas, for feedback, for suggestions, for everything. And of course, Mugen takes it in the end. This man is such a good driver. Oh boy, this game is so cool. Okay, I only have 3 wheels left. And it's over. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day. Enjoy Stadia 1000. Enjoy whatever you do. And have a nice day. Bye.